There's something out there. My home is out there.
I feel the same, especially when I see the sunset.
Yeah.
I feel homesick. I don't belong here. I belong somewhere in the sky. I can't
Really.
explain, but it's very strong. I came from there.
Welcome back, everyone. I know
Mm.
it's been a while since we've done a video. I'm here with Eiji, as always. We're here to have another great conversation. Um, Today, I actually wanted to talk to you about a video I saw on YouTube recently. Um, it was a very popular YouTuber. I forget his name, but he was speaking with a medium. And a question that he had asked was actually about our soul in past lives as well as like alternate timelines. So,
Hmm.
something that this medium had said is when you imagine past lives and when you imagine other lives happening at the same time, think of it like an actor. So, for example, you have Brad Pitt or Tom Cruise. I know Tom Cruise has been in a lot of things. He is Tom Cruise, right? He's Tom Cruise, but
Hmm.
he's been so many other characters,
Yeah.
played different characters, played different, villains or the hero or the person in in a store.
Hmm.
So that's the first time I ever really understood what it was like to be the same soul having different experiences in different bodies as different people.
Hmm.
So, Eiji, you are much more well versed than I am with these kind of deep topics. So, let's talk a little bit. Does
Okay.
any of that resonate with you? Do you agree with any of that, or do you have a different perspective?
Yeah, I believe in reincarnation. Yeah, basically. So yeah. What's the point of that video? Just tell me the story.
So, the point of that video was well, they're talking about mediumship and they're talking about channeling. A
Hmm.
lot of people always ask, who was I in another life, right?
Yeah.
Um, and what the psychic was answering is that you kind of keep a bit of yourself in every life. And
Hmm.
maybe you're a woman in this life, or maybe you're a man, or maybe you're something else. But the inside, the soul is always the same, even though the body looks different, right?
Yeah.
They talked about a lot of stuff, but I really wanted to talk about that concept of being the same soul, but in different bodies with you on here. So that way,
Y-
yeah.
Yeah, but a soul is not always the one particular uh soul. The it could be like a mixture of multiple souls. So every time you incarnate on Earth, your soul mixed with other souls, or
Mhm.
maybe only your souls. Yeah. It might be like I don't know, like other soul from other planets or from Earth. We don't know, but it's very complex than you think. Mm.
Right. I think a lot of people come with different views, right?
Yeah.
Ultimately, I think, yes, we are kind of a small bit of something way bigger, what
Yeah.
the higher self is, probably exists with every other being that's existed in this life. I believe that much to be true. Um,
Yeah.
but um, it's an interesting way to visualize
Hmm.
reincarnation and visualize being different people, I think.
Yeah.
Um, but I don't know. Have you ever had a moment in your life where you remembered why you chose to be Eiji? Or you remembered why you chose to be born where you were born?
Um.
Or what is your feeling?
No, I don't remember exactly like specific reasons or purpose, but I always feel I had a purpose. It's almost like a mission. So I always feel I'm here to do something, to
Yeah.
accomplish something. So, but I don't know what it is. So I'm still, yeah, seeking for that purpose. But recently I started feeling like, yeah, I have to, I don't know, convey something important to people
Yeah.
that, or help people ascend or waken up. Yeah, especially people who are struggling with something on Earth. So yeah,
I
I don't know. I still don't know what I can do exactly, but yeah, recently I'm starting to, yeah, think about it.
Do you think when you were younger, you didn't really think about your impact on the world?
Yeah, I didn't have anything, yeah, like that. I was just a regular kid. But oh, I always had multiple perspectives, uh, even when I was a child. Like
Mhm.
um, like a normal perspective, but also like a kind of soul perspective. I'm watching what I'm doing behind me or from inside me.
Yes, I have
Yeah,
also had the same thing, happen, right? A lot of people talk about, uh, their moment of enlightenment, I
yeah,
something significant happens, it triggers you're in the beyond or your interest in what's within,
hmm,
let's say. Everybody has that moment. Some people, they feel it inside, I guess, inside themselves way before
mm,
the mind realizes it, right? It's in the heart, and then something happens or somebody says something and it triggers a chain reaction to
yeah,
for you to awaken, essentially.
mm, yeah, yeah, yeah.
And so I remember specifically, actually, the year that that
Mm,
happened was in the summer of 2013. It feels like everything was just, it was powerful dreams, powerful feeling,
hmm,
a sense of newness, but also I remember I would go outside and look at the stars and think, I don't know why I feel like, out there is there's something out there. My home is out there. There's something.
yeah,
But despite that, because I know we all
hmm,
come from somewhere, I know that I'm supposed to be here. Forget, where I came from, but remember that I'm here to experience being this person for the first time. Um,
hmm,
and so I think that's something everyone should always remember, that wh-
yeah,
where you came from, you're also here to be this person for.
yeah. Yeah, I feel the same, especially when I see the sunset, the
Oh,
beautiful
really?
orange sky. Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel like a homesick. Yeah,
Oh,
I don't belong here. I belong somewhere in the sky. I can't
really?
explain, but it's very strong. Yeah,
Huh.
I came from there.
Now, tell me a little bit about, do you have any other moments or any places that feel special to you here on Earth, obviously? Because a lot of people
Uh,
feel connected to, say, the water, the sky,
mm,
the desert.
yeah, yeah.
Oftentimes, it's connected to something else, right? Or a good memory,
Mhm.
or maybe they just like it. But do you have any other place that you've been to that your soul just feels like, I've been here before?
Ah, mm, no, but when I'm in nature, I feel more connected.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah. So I don't know why, but I think yeah, I more related to nature or yeah, not artificial world.
I think, nature has a strong vibration too, right? A strong resonance.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
when you're out there and you're connecting with something, it's like you're
Yeah, because I had experience like a regression session. So I figured out that I was kind of fairy before. So
oh, okay.
yeah, yeah, not it's not even like alien, like a source from other planet. It's just a pure how can I say energy or
Yeah, yeah.
beings like a very innocent um being. So that's why I feel like a heaviness,
Mhm.
uh, especially when many people are around.
Now, I can imagine, we've both been on this earth for a while.
Mm.
Have you gotten used to being Eiji, being human?
Yeah, of course. I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And I think I'm kind of old soul. So I feel like this time is the last time, or maybe one more incarnation.
You know, a lot of
Yeah.
people say that. I wonder if it's oh, so if you don't mind me asking, why do you feel like
Mm.
it might be your last time?
Yeah, that's hard to explain, but also like I had some sessions and yeah, readers or channelers said that yeah, my incarnation will be the last this time, or just one more incarnation. That's it. So, but I also feel because I'm not interested in uh normal thing that many people are interested in. I mean, like entertainment or activities. For some reason, I'm not interested in such things. I'm interested in more like a spirituality or like a love universe. Uh, just they're very intriguing to me. So I feel I'm done with that regular lesson on Earth, and I'm at the final stage, or yeah, something like that.
Well, there's only one
And
way to find out, right?
that
Once we
that
get
make
it.
does that make sense to you?
Yes, it does.
Yeah, yeah,
Um, I think, I've had moments in my life where I've
yeah.
thought, "I wouldn't come back here again," but
Mm,
there's also beautiful moments that make me think, "Wow, I would love to experience this for the first time again," you know?
mm,
Because there's nothing that recreate the first time of something of a very precious memory, right? Or
mm,
first time you experience something beautiful.
mm,
So, I sometimes think, "Oh, maybe this could be the last time I come here for a while," but
mm,
I think what I often hear people say is, out there, the world is or the universe or dimension, whatever you wanna call it,
mm,
the
mhm,
energy is perfect. And after a while, it must get kind of mundane, kind of monotone, the same. Maybe it gets
mm.
boring. And that's why people come back because it's
Yeah.
chaos. They want to struggle. They want to do good
So
things.
yeah, that's my theory. But there are two types of people here on Earth.
Mhm,
So one is I think they all have their purposes. Yeah, but very few people have missions. So I don't think missions and purposes are the same. They're different. So
mhm.
purposes are very like a general. Yeah. So why why did you come here? But mission is just a very it's for only selective souls.
So who gets submissions, in your opinion?
I think so. They don't have to learn something on Earth. They're done. They're just graduated from that school, but they just came back as a sometimes teachers, sometimes leaders, sometimes. just healers or sometimes like a medium. Yeah. So people who have certain jobs, spiritual jobs or tasks.
Hmm. I can
Mm,
see that. Um, I know there's a long list of respected,
mm,
say, ascended masters, which I know little about, but I know that they're pretty well respected and here to
yeah.
bring about a message, so to speak. Um, I think most people, I know it's going to sound harsh, but
Mm,
I think most people aren't supposed to change the world significantly. I think
mm,
souls at the end of the day, all of us here are still working in communion. We're still trying to do something together, I think, right? Because we're all one, everybody knows
yeah, yeah.
you are me and you are, and I am you. But I think most people, and maybe there are some select few people
Um,
with specific tasks and ways they can
mm,
change the world and shake up the world.
mm,
But I think most people are probably working through their own soul path. I think, you know, and it would be bad for us to.
yeah,
It would be bad for us to be on the same level, right? Everyone's an ascended master, a saint, right?
yeah.
Nothing would change. So there has to be chaos and there has to be people who are not doing so great. Maybe they're
Uh,
very bad people, but we also have the very good, right? So there's a balance, I think.
yeah. So, and I sometimes feel I don't have free will.
Hmm.
So again, free will, but like
It's a big topic.
so there are two purposes. Like one is like a macro purpose, and the other is a micro purpose.
Yeah.
So macro purpose is the main purpose, main theme of your life. So we can't change. So you have to experience a certain uh, things at certain time.
Hmm.
I think there are 5% of your life you can't avoid that incident.
Oh.
Other 95%, you have free will, micro purposes.
Hmm.
So you can pass it or you can change the course. But yeah, but you have like small purposes in each time, each error. And the life is just a combination of macro purposes and micro purposes, and that is called life.
Well, let's end it with that. I think that's what life is, right?
Mm,
We come to Earth with both micro and minor
mm,
things we have to do.
mm,
They change us and they make us who we are. And sometimes what we do affects other people so they can grow and change and learn. So
mm,
um, ultimately, I want to probably say act in your best, act with your best, I guess, intuition, because
mm,
what you need to do in this life probably you probably know unconsciously and it's in your heart somewhere. So I'll end our conversation with that.
mhm.
AG, thank you so much for your input. And thank you everyone for watching. We'll see you next time. See you.
Thank you. Bye.